Oh, it's so good. Yeah, buddy. Come on now. Give it to me. Give it to me now. Yeah. All right. God himself on the guitar, Dick Dale. There's a god of every guitar genre, or multiple gods. Pedro, how are you? I don't anticipate today's stream is going to be uber popular, but we're going to do it anyways because I like to be versatile. We are not just a metal chugs, although the next episode of the MSIM show is going to be pretty much a back-to-backer today because I've been away for a couple days. I thought I was going to be able to handle some streaming during Christmas Day and Boxing Day. Unfortunately, my holiday schedule with family didn't allow. Everything ran late. Everything ran long because everybody shows up late, and it just drives me fucking crazy. It drives me crazy when you invite someone for dinner. You tell them dinner is being served at this time, and they're late. Yeah, there's free food. You're being invited, and you're late. Drives me crazy. Anyhow, what are we doing today? Today we're gonna do a double episode back-to-backer today, so guys, buckle in. First episode today is going to be all about surf tones and how you can get some really fucking authentic, realistic, and mean surf tones. We're going to talk about surf rock and surf metal-ish throughout the stream. We're going to talk about Dick Dale, playlist in the background. It's going to be mostly punk rock and surf music. It's going to be fun. My name is Tyler. Welcome to the MSIM show. We're going to be uploading some of our pre-recorded content. I do believe our first one, a little tester, is going to go up tomorrow. We're going to see how I'm doing with this thing and see how it goes over, see just where it goes, see how people like it. Pedro, how are you? Everybody, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to each and every one of you. Again, my name is Tyler. Welcome to the MSIM show, where today we are going to have a double feature, a back-to-backer, maybe even a triple feature today. Likely just a double feature, though. I really want to watch the hockey game later. That was one of the reasons I missed out last night, guys. I'm just going to be honest with you. I got home from a family function, and the Team Canada was playing, and I'm just like, you know what? I just and then I got high. And I watched the hockey game because I got hot. Anyways, today the second episode is going to be another episode of Who is the Heaviest of Them All, Amp Hub edition. And we're going to be going through Amp Hub, and we're going to be finding the absolute most devastatingly crushing heavy tones on Earth with Amp Hub. And there's a lot of fucking heavy in there. We're going to be on for a good while. We're going to test out each and every one of the heaviest components inside Amp Hub. And I can't wait to do that. But that being said, today, different story. We're going after surf. And Dick Dale is the god of surf music. There is only one god in surf music, and it's not close. It's not even in the same ballpark, not in the same area code, not even in the same country or the same universe. That's how far it is between Dick Dale and whoever the hell is number two. Brad Paisley actually plays some mean surf music. I'm drinking some of these Sober Carpenter craft cider, non-alcoholic. I don't drink. I do smoke of the other stuff, but I haven't drank since my early 30s. And but I've always loved the flavor of apple cider, and I always loved the flavor of beer. And so yeah, I got into these. It's a Canadian company called Sober Carpenter. Look them up if you're in North America. I don't think it's hard to import them anywhere in North America, I don't think. But check these out. There's a bunch of good flavors. There's like this grapefruity type radler that is, normally I fucking hate radlers, but man, this grapefruity type thing that they've got, it's something else, man. So I'm going to be drinking these pretty much every stream for the next foreseeable future because my beautiful mother was nice enough to, she's like, what do you want for Christmas? That's not my mom's voice. And I told her about these and I was glowing about them. And I guess she just was like, I'm just going to buy him a whole bunch of those. My beautiful mother also got us a way to maintain comments. Yeah. Problem was, the tablet that she purchased me had these weird manufacturer's lines on it. And so we have to return it and get a different one. And it's going to be, I'm stoked to be able to get rid of the cell phone and squinting. I'm going to have a beautiful tablet right here monitoring all your beautiful words from everyone. Currently just Pedro. So if you're in the comments, if you're in the chat, do say hi. We are giving away a plugin today. We are going to be giving away a license for the Nembrini Audio Faceman today. Yeah, the Faceman is going to be our plugin that you're going to be we're giving away this beautiful bastard right here. This is sort of a surf tone in a box minus the reverb. Wait a minute. Let me see if he maybe made, let me see, Nembrini. Hold on. Let me see. There might be a way around this. I was going to say there's no spring verb in that one. Where's the other one? Faceman, where is it? Dual reverb? Dual. Wait. Double reverb. There it is. Okay. If I go in here, if there's the Faceman cab in here. Dang. Bummer. Or is it? No, it's not. Okay. Well, where I'm going with this, it's okay. We've got a hack. This is sort of surf tone in a box, but you're going to have to supply your own reverb. And that's okay because we're showcasing in surf music, it was very, very specific tone. And that tone comes from a spring reverb that's typically, it sounds strange, a spring reverb that's out front of the amp. And like Dick Dale, for example, uses his reverb right after it comes right out of his guitar, goes straight into his reverb unit and then into his amp. We're going to try that today. We're going to try this beautiful spring reverb from Fuse Audio Labs. The VRev63 is a fantastic spring reverb. We're going to be using that today in the Mr. Lou setting. That's the preset, the surf setting essentially for this beautiful unit. And that's going to be out in front of both the F59 from Fuse Audio Labs and the Nembrini Audio Faceman. We're also going to be taking the Mixwave Milkman Creamer, as I believe this is kind of surf tone in a box as well. Gives you a wonderful bunch of stuff going on inside here that you're just going to have to check out. This is kind of surf tone in a box, as sort of is the Chimera. You could probably make a case for Chimera also being a, hey, what's going on, Bo? Thank you, Mother. Oh, you Mother Tyler. Thank you. So how were everybody's holidays? Were everyone's holidays? For me, they were really, I can't say they've been great, guys. Christmas brings up a weird feels in me, but that's enough for another day. Okay, so this guitar is my Telebird. This is sort of a home build. It is literally a home build body done by a friend of mine with a wood planer he bought on Amazon. Pardon me. And it was kind of a bizarre setup, but the body actually turned out pretty great. It's a Warmoth neck, and it's got locking hip shot tuners, and this is a hip shot, I believe a hip shot bridge, and the list goes on. This pickup is a stack single coils. I can't even remember the model number of it now. It's just it doesn't even have anything cool. It's just like pardon me, I don't actually remember the model number on it at all. So we're gonna have to forget about that. All right, now when I need impulse responses today, and because I really want to get specific, I'm gonna go to the Dr. Bonkers Sula. It is a Sun 215 cabinet with JBLs in it, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that one. Don't quote me. And because why 15-inch speakers? Because, well, Dick Dale, that's the thing about surf music, is surf music was sort of the start of metal. And you might be like, oh, yeah, whatever, start of metal. I'm just, okay, the very first appearance of basically a drop tune in guitar. Not at first, but, I mean, jazz did it as well, plenty. But this was one of the first fast genres. He was constantly blowing up amps and having amps rebuilt to be bigger and louder and using bigger speakers. He was one of the first guitar players that moved around the stage and kicked things over and started a bit of a scene and told people to yelled at the crowd to get dancing and that sort of thing. One of the very first guitar players to use really beefy strings and one of the very first guitar players to do trem picking. Minor chords were showing up, lots of very strange chords. I am trying to school myself for the purpose of promotion, but there's another plugin coming out. I can't say exactly which amp. All I can say is that the next time we do a surf stream, and that might be again, we're going to do it based on this, a Fuse Audio Labs product. So I'm pretty excited for that. All right, now let's see what we got off the hop here. All right, so I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to hit the compressor. I'm using a compressor even though Dick Dale did not. I'm using one anyway. Okay, that's starting to sound a bit better. I want to say it better. That's better. We're going to start with that. Then we're going to go to the bright, and the bright volume comes up. This comes. Oh, we're cooking now, eh? We're cooking. We are cooking now. I took this back, but pardon me, guys. I'm just going to switch this up a little bit here. And if you've never heard this song, oh boy, did I ever introduce you to maybe the most annoying song you've ever heard. Oh, baby. I can hear it grinding a bit, so that means it needs some neck relief. It happens from time to time. I haven't played this guitar a lot, but I can hear buzzing, so I want to unbuzz that. Because... oh, not a good idea. Should have just moved the string. Let's see. All right, let's see if that made it better. All right, now we got to retune. Sorry, folks. I just don't want... you're really going to be able to hear when it's... when the frets are buzzing, especially with that reverb. You're really going to hear the frets buzzing. So when it comes to surf, you're typically going to use a very thick string and not a very low tuning. I know that Dick Dale was using something ridiculous like 56s in E flat or D, something to that effect, something like Stevie Ray Vaughan's setup. And Stevie Ray Vaughan also did some, and he and Dick Dale did some collaborations. So you should go check those out because they are brilliant. Pip Briss, how's it going, Pip? Nice to see you. Ton Guitar, hi, how are you? Pip, nice to see you. Pip just pimped out his camera. You guys got to check it out. It looks really nice. I want to take the mix down on that bit. So you guys get it. That's pretty cool. I like it. I don't know if you guys do or not. And when we started with the stream with today, I don't know how much I like it. I've never necessarily loved it out front, but I know that's how he does it. So obviously that's the way we're going to try to do it for now, but That sounds pretty good. I don't know. How about you guys? What do you guys think? Do you like? Do you not like? I'm going to bring down some of the low end because that is a bit much. Bring up the presence. He also uses a Strat, and I'm using a, well, all-in-all effect for tone purposes. It's going to sound more like a Telecaster, but my idea with this guitar was originally to kind of do something surfy with it. And that is why I have the bridge the way I have it, where the low string is actually closer so that it gets more of that fatter sound. I really have to play around with this pickup a little bit more. Right now it's giving me it's too bassy. So I think I might have to back it off. I'll try something as we go here. We'll see. Thanks a lot, Pedro. And that's really not that hard, guys. I'm using, okay, let me show you, walk you through my signal chain right now. We don't even have to use, I'm going to turn off the compressor. I'm going to regret turning off the compressor. It exposes my lack of good playing. This is also how Dick Dale's was. He plays an upside down pickup scenario. So that was another thing I had kind of thought about when I wanted to do this guitar originally. And then I sort of changed. This has been a project for a long time. I really want to finish it. And if you're curious about what I want to do to finish it, well, I'd like to get a better pickup for it. That's a little bit, I don't know, something that gives me a little more snot, if you will. And then I also want a unique pickguard. So I'm going to buy a Firebird pickguard. I notice with every other Telebird, all they do is they buy a Firebird pickguard and then they do a little indent for the control panel here. I want to do things maybe a bit different. I was thinking of maybe having the control panel cut instead, right on that line, and then doing it a little bit different than some of the other people do it. And that would look a little bit more unique, like, oh, he cut the control panel the control plate instead. Being that I don't have a pickup selector there anyway, so what's the point? Why don't I just have somebody saw it right there, and then I can just put the pickguard on the way it was going to go in the first place. That, or if I can find a place, and you know what, you guys are my ninjas, you guys are my eyes and my ears, and my team are my eyes and my ears. If you guys can find me a place that designs custom pickguards, like just by someone's rendering, like 3D printed even. I'm not really sure how exactly that works, but if you guys can find me somebody that prints 3D, not 3D, sorry, but somebody that prints pickguards custom based on like the customer's, specs. So what I would do in that case is just, I would draw one out and cut it out, and design it, send it in, and then have that done. I could probably just ask Daryl at Mindsinger about that. I probably should have done that instead of ask you guys first. But hey, let's all have some fun with it, right? All right, I'm going to compress less. That's a little out of tune. Sorry, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. You could beat me if you'd like. How out of tune am I? This Warmoth neck, if I can talk about Warmoth for a second, if you've never done a build, if you're out there and you're watching this and you've never modified a guitar in your life, oh my God, you need to do this. 2025 is the year you need to learn how to do that. You got to do it. And then after you've learned how to modify your own guitars for maybe a couple years, I would suggest doing a Warmoth build. And what a Warmouth build is you go on warmouth.com. I believe if you're in Europe, you could just go to a place like Thomann. You could go and do like basically an assembly type build where you're just putting parts together, you're wiring it all, you're picking out the parts, you're picking out the colors, you're picking out the hardware, you're picking out everything, and then you're assembling it, which makes you feel like more like you own it. And I think there are some really cheap piece of shit garbage kits that you can get out there. So avoid the garbage kits because all you're going to end up building is a pile of garbage. I would avoid the garbage kits. Spend a little bit of extra money. There are very affordable kits though. If you buy the right stuff, there's a lot of stuff from All Parts. There's a lot of stuff from various companies. Tell me in the chat. Guitar Fetish has some really good stuff there as well. But you have to kind of do the old, Neo from the Matrix and dodge the garbage there too. Just be careful, but do a build because man, it's fun. Man, I haven't heard this song in so long. The only Sublime song I can stand for longer than 2 minutes. All you need. It's a great bass line. Check it out. That bass player is an absolute savage monster, by the way. It's not going to be long before we have restored our ability to monitor comments. I'm going to put them up on the stand here. I've got 31% in my phone right now. Oh, life is on the struggle bus right now. I just haven't gone to get a new phone because I can't bear to do it. Because my bill is so cheap and I don't want to buy a new phone, even though my apps are disappearing. I can't bank on my phone anymore. It sucks. Gosh, I'm going to drink 2 of these in this stream today. I love it. It's so delicious. Gosh. Who do we got here? Will Caballera. Hey, man, how's it going? Louisiana. Did you ever hear Tom Segura's bit? I think it was Tom Segura that did a bit about Louisiana. It was ruthless, but it was super funny at the same time. And I heard people from down there found it pretty funny as well, but maybe not. Either way, welcome. Whereabouts in Louisiana are you from? And did you happen to see our stream the other day where we went over some of the NOLA tones in the form of plugins? I was curious. Hello from Portugal. Hello from Canada. Yeah, let's do that. Like, go around the room and tell us where you're from. Always tell us where you're from. And whenever anybody joins us, we always get them to tell us what is your your genre of choice. Who are some of your favorite developers? What's your favorite plugin? Tell us. Do get to know us. Tell us about some of your favorite artists, and do not be afraid to ask questions up in here. Today we are on about surf tones. I am using the I don't even know why I've had this on the screen such a long time. This is just an old free compressor. This is the real star of the show currently. This is the E64, one of a million different amazing plugins you can buy at Fuse Audio Labs. Guys, if you want to make your mixes factually better and your sound factually better, there is not a ton of guitar stuff there yet. But there will be. And right now, as far as for guitar goes, you've got this right here, what we're using currently. This is the F59. This is for my ears, this is the best Bassman on the market, Bassman plugin on the market for me, for my ears. I don't think about it, and you're like, well, it doesn't have any pedals, it doesn't have any this, it doesn't have any that. It doesn't matter to me. None of that matters at all. And what matters is the amp. That's what matters to me the most, because I can make up for everything else. I just need to make sure the amp is really, really good. And in this case, it is really, really good. And to this effect, it sounds, in my opinion, it sounds pretty good. That was my problem. I was using too much distortion. But you know what? He'll notice that Dick Dale does not use a compressor, and I'm cheating right now. And his sounds way nastier. The compressor just dumbs it down a bit. So let's use it. Let's do no compressor. So guys, obviously, if anybody ever tells you can't get a convincing surf tone with plugins, don't slap them, but just slap them in the face with knowledge and tell them, be like, hey, I hate to disagree with you there, but I've seen it done myself. And then tell them to come see me. I love it. Oh, it just makes my heart sing on the inside when I read bullshit comments or hear people say things like, plugins can't do X. And I'm just like, oh, it's just like, I was like, oh, tell me more. And you let them keep going a little bit as I just seep in I just soak in all the ways I'm about to destroy them. Anytime anybody tells you at this point in 2024, almost 2025, that plugins can't do genre X. There is no more genre. There is no other genre out there. There is no style or genre or anything out there that plugins cannot do convincingly at this point. I will go to bat for that to the end of my days. In a live setting, maybe not. But I'm talking on recording in the privacy of your own home for the purpose of recording or creating content or doing demos or whatever else. There is nothing that plugins can't do to a level that is very, very close to what analog can do. As far as, I mean, gosh, I've done so many of those blind tests and I've seen so many people fail them. Where it's like, tell me which one's the analog then. And then you're just going back and forth and people are going back and forth and it's number 2. No, it's not. No, it's not. I remember when I was doing Honest Amps and Reviews, I created a whole bunch of different tone clips with the help of my friend Andrew and his gear collection, and we did some tone tests, and we recorded some stuff, and we did clip 1 and clip 2, and I sent them to a whole bunch of people that I knew, and it was unanimous that nobody knew what the fuck was which. Only one case that I thought was rather obvious, and that was the orange that we had done at the time. Only because at the time there weren't a lot of really great orange sims. That was the only one that I thought was rather obvious, but still at that point it still confused people. So, in my opinion, if you can get your hands on a tube amp, sure, that's great, and for like high budget recordings, absolutely fine. But I'm talking like as far as I just don't see that the reason for those comments anymore. Yeah, plugins can't do this or plugins can't do that, because that conversation never really goes that well. And if you find yourself in that conversation, hey, you've got enough ammo. Everybody that's subscribed here, I think at this point, has enough ammo to go after people like that. So again, we're going after a Dick Dale type of tone now. If you want to go, and Dick Dale tone. Oh wait, no, Dick Dale rig. And if I go, oh, here we are. Okay, let's go to the screen. So we notice here that Dick rest in peace. Holy shit, he was tuned in E flat. Okay, folks, and he was using 60 to 16 strings on a regular scale guitar. 60. That dude did not want strings to bend. Oh my gosh, I did not know he was using 60 to 16 strings in E flat. Oh my sweet baby Jesus. Oh, okay, I was so close to buying a Dick Dale Strat at one point. Oh, I just couldn't get over the upside downness of things. I was so close. There was somebody locally selling one. Anyways, then we go to the spring reverb. Yup. Custom splitter. Yup. And of course, he did not use Bassmans, but he did use a Showman. And I do happen to know of a developer that may or may not be coming out with a Showman. I don't know if it already exists. It might already exist somewhere out there in plugin land. I don't think it does though. And I do know of a developer that may or may not be considering it. So now here's the other thing. Now we talked about Dick Dale modifying amps and being one of the first guys pre-Eddie Van Halen, pre all of those guys to be modifying amps and screwing around with stuff inside amps because they just were not loud enough for him. Two Fender dual Showman heads modified with custom Triad Company Dick Dale output transformers, 100 watt output peaking at 180 watts, and outfitted with ruby tubes. Heads powering two custom-made 215 closed back cabinets made by Leo Fender himself and loaded with JBL D130F speakers. I don't know that we don't have that specific cabinet, but I mean I do probably have it somewhere if I was to look really hard. But we don't really need to do that right now because we got close enough with that Sun cab with the JBLs in it. God, guys. I could drink those. Just hook it to my veins. Hook it to my veins! Eddie, what's going on, dude? How's everybody doing? Who needs a whammy bar? Ain't no Bigsby up in here. Not up in here. Nope, not up in here. Man, surf guitar is cool. You guys want to hear a surf mix that I did? I would love to show it to you. Hey, there it is. That's the other thing I love about surf is the beat. Da, 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 da. That beat right there. Okay, so here's what I did, guys. To prepare for this, I did a surf mix. And I will put it, you have to excuse me. I play things on the old ass Winamp because I just do. I don't know why. I have never really upgraded. So we're going to go to all face for a sec. I'll show you guys just the mix that I did here. Just so you guys can hear it. And I used the F59. And we can check that out just 1 second here. Let me get that fired up. Why it takes so long to get going, I have no idea. But, yeah. Hold on a sec here. Are you going to start for me? Why does Winamp take such a long time? You're such an old-ass plugin, though. Okay, go away. All right, now just let me clear this. What should I be listening to my MP3s on? Do tell. I'm curious. Okay. Here is the surf mix. This is something I did at home here. You guys tell me what you think. Love that beat. I love it so much. Man, drum software has come a long way, right? Can you really tell that's software? Gosh, I love surf. I love surf music, man. It's addictive. Record your own. I want all y'all to go and record your own surf song right now. Just on your own by yourself. Just figure something out. All I did was I just learned a bunch of surf chords, thought of something really interesting that was kind of an open string riff. E flat is the tuning. It's like Slayer. That's the thing. That's the funniest thing about surf music is like the tuning is the Slayer tune, the thrash metal tuning, they're the same. E flat. Interesting. Don't ever call it F sharp either. When it comes to talking about thrash metal, we say E flat. Okay? Or at least I'd never, ever in the 90s did I ever hear anybody call it F sharp. I never, ever heard that. But you can be you. Be different. Dare to be different. Sounds great. Thank you very much, guys. I used Superior Drummer, and I think that was the Rock Foundry. I do believe. Is that what the Bob Rock one? Bob Rock has this beautiful, like all these beautiful old kits from like he's the one from like the 50s, like an old Rogers, I think. I do believe that's the one I used for this, and then I just cranked the room verb up. I was actually going. If you listen to the drums on the Hawaii 5-0. You say what you want, okay? Okay, hold on. Say what you want about it being a theme song of a TV show. I wonder if I'm going to get nuked for this. I wonder if we're going to... Tell me this isn't good. This is Surf 2, though. Tell me this doesn't stick in your head. Whoever wrote the horn line... that. Whatever that is on the one side should get punched, though. That stuff's awesome. See, but that's the vibe I'm going for. Like, I love that about surf music, is because it really was made. Dick Dale was doing this stuff in like the 50s, right? So I thought that was kind of interesting that he was, kind of interesting that even back then they still had music. This was considered fast. Okay, it was considered like quicker music, fast. Oh, that surf music is for the devil. You know, people literally would say, oh, that's. They would talk about surf music like kids would be like, we're going to the surf music, the surf show. And parents would be like, not the surf show. Not the surf show. That's where all the punks go. So it was like the original badass genre, which I just find so much fun. I really do. Like, that obviously existed prior to most of us. There was also a band, fuck if I can remember their name off the top of my head. Gosh dang it. I really wish I had thought about it for today's stream. I don't know if somebody wants to try to dig it up for me, but there is a Japanese band, a Japanese surf band, and it is so fucking perb. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And I don't remember the name of it. I cannot for the life of me remember, but I would love to put it on. I can't remember that anyways. You're like, how hard could it be? Honestly, actually, I'm boycotting James Bond right now. I'm so angry. One of the things I look forward to every goddamn year, is doing a James Bond marathon during the holidays. I will watch all the same James Bond movies, all of my favorites, and I will ignore the other ones like they don't exist, like I always do. I watch all my favorites, and I can't do it this year. And I was kind of like bummed out because obviously I read up that there is some sort of, it was on there. It was on there. They were presenting it for the holidays, and I guess there must have been some sort of problem. All right, let's go to the Face Man because we've been using this for a little bit. Okay, so let's go to the Nembrini Audio Face Man, which we are giving away today. And I'm going to continue to use this reverb because there is no reverb out in front of this plugin. But that's fine because if you buy this from Fuse Audio Labs for an extraordinary price, by the way, you'll never need that again. You'll never need to worry about... You'll just not need to worry. Never worry about surf reverb again. You put this out in front of anything and just make a surf tone. It's one of those things. It's like the HM2. It just takes over. Makes everything... You make everything into a surf tone. No problem. Oh, that is aggressive. Wonderful. Okay, so that's quite loud, so we're going to bring that back. Whoa. This one's already armed with a 115-inch speaker with a JBL in it. So it comes already armed with the impulse response section that you don't even have to worry about it. I'm going to turn down... Oh, it sounds so good. So good, so good, so good, so good, so good. This is really, really great. I'm having a great time with this plugin. Holy cow. Agent Victor, how are you? You know, I was embarrassed to say that I actually lost your stickers. But then today, with a streak of great luck in looking for a pickguard for this very guitar, they were stuck to an envelope, and I figured them out. So yeah, buddy, they're in an envelope. Finally, they're in an envelope. They're gonna make their way out with the Dave Ellefson pick just for you. You can also do that like westerny type tone as well. You know what I mean? You can also do rockabilly with very similar gear that you would play surf music with. Maybe a slight bit of a different signal chain. You're probably going to move the reverb later in the chain. But again, I mean, usually though, some might argue that rockabilly uses like the tape delay more often than not. But that's up to you to decide. You are the one that's free to do what you like. As far as we usually go with a free option, and there just isn't one right now. I say the embarrassing hole in the current landscape of freeware plugins is just a plain old clean tone. The closest you're gonna get is probably the L12X from Audioity. It does have a serviceable clean tone, but I wouldn't say it's good enough to pull off like surf music. You need something that's really, you need a quality plugin based on, preferably a Fender or you probably get away with like a Fender or a Vox amp or something of that likeness. Really up to you. Spaghetti Western. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't use it for anything where I would say you'd need like chicken picking or anything though. Oh, damn it, I was so close. Hello, me, meet the real me. All right, I'm having a fucking great day today. My Christmas mood is finally lifted. I don't know what it is. Just this dark blanket comes over me on Christmas Day from time to time. Just need some time to relax after the holidays, and today is a good day to do it. I really had to do a bit of thought there because my actual nickname is actually, well, from another life. My nickname is Chaps. So I saw Chaps. I'm like, wait a minute, he meant the other way. Sacred Reich is badass. That wasn't Sacred Reich, though. Oh, wait, no, I'm reading it now. I just saw that. No, actually, no. I can't play Surf Nicaragua. I'm sorry. How would that go? What would that be like in like a country of terms if I was to rewrite that? Nope. No, I couldn't even do it. So yeah, this is the Telly Bird. I find this guitar a lot of fun to play. The Warmoth neck is really nice. The frets are really nice. Everything is really nice. Really nice, 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 nice. And oh man, this is my favorite. This is my favorite surf song, Nitrous. We started the stream with this one. If you haven't heard Nitrous by Dick Dale, you gotta go listen to this song if you want to hear my literal favorite surf song ever. Although this was a little bit later. When was this? When did this one come out? This was 1996. And he didn't pass away all that long ago. Actually, it's interesting. Very strange. Very, 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 very strange, actually. He passed away. We did a surf music feature at Honest Amsterdam Reviews, and he passed away. We had planned and everything, and he had passed away about 3 weeks prior to it, which was just like the strangest thing. So it felt like we were doing more of a tribute, if anything, throughout the whole week. So this is the Face Man from Nambrini Audio. It's almost like it was completely designed to beef out surf music because it's got this awesome 1x15 cab. It is a bassman. If I'm not mistaken, this is not a showman. This is a bassman, and he got it with a 115 cabinet that was kind of matched to it, and I thought that was a weird selection at first. Then I started thinking about it. I was like, wow, really? That's actually kind of smart. Let's check out some of the other cabs. Nope, that doesn't sound right. Nope. You see what I mean? Where you need that dual 15 or single 15 cabinet. Do you sort of see that? Where you've got that. And then you get to here. And it fit just right. So where a lot of people don't feel like 15-inch speakers are relevant for guitar anymore, like at least a lot of people don't use them anymore. Even bass players, to be honest, bass players have moved away from them significantly since the 1970s, 80s, 90s. Even a lot of bass players moved into the 10-inch speakers for predominantly 10-inch 410 and 8x10 cabinets. I've even seen the little 8-inch speakers. Like, occasionally you see the 12s. But for the most part, a lot of music has moved away from the 15-inch speaker. But I think it still has a lot of merit for guitar and bass. I love it for bass still as well, especially when blended with a 410. Oh, my Lanta. Forget about it. Let's see what we got. Let's go to the comments here for a sec. My friend just put out a Spaghetti Western album, although I've admittedly not listened to the whole thing. His band is called VHS, and they're actually quite popular in the gore metal, and they just sort of started getting kind of big. They're just friends of mine, and yeah, they did a Spaghetti Western album out of seemingly nowhere, and their fans were like, "Whoa. What is this?" It's very interesting. Yeah, Death from above. Sorry, I always want to call you Death from above. Yeah. I'm not going to do a break in this one, guys. I'm probably going to go for like, I'm not sure how many minutes we're at yet, but I'm probably going to go for about a little over an hour, 80 minutes or so on the surf topic here. We're going to do that, and then we're going to go into likely a longer stream where we're going to sit around, we're going to chill out, we're going to hang out with Amp Hub, and we're going to find out who is the heaviest of them all when it comes to Amp Hub. We're going to find out in the next episode. As far as this episode, you know what? I think we pretty much nailed it right off the bat with the F59 and the VREV. Once again, the VREV is still in action here. We had it in action with the Fuse Audio Labs F59, and then we moved it over to being in action here with the Faceman from Nembrini Audio, and this thing is awesome. You can also use a bass instrument with it as well, as it does have a 15-inch speaker with it, and you got a nice vintage, some nice vintage bass tones with it. When I say vintage bass tones, I mean just, it's slightly thunkier, slightly less sustained maybe, but really, this is pretty awesome when you can find a plugin that's a single amp that's useful for, both guitar and bass. There aren't very many of them out there, and this is definitely one that you can pull both off with, so it's nice. Whoa! What reverb am I using? Right here. This is the VREV 63 from Fuse Audio Labs. Go to the screen. Why is it repeating songs already? It is that small. Why is this such a small list? Oh gosh. I'm just gonna go back to the others. Fuck it. We try. I try occasionally. What's the point? We'll just keep it on the playlist. I'll keep it on here. It'll be fine. Anyways, this is the VREV 63 from Fuse Audio Labs, and with the UI done by our good friend and teammate over here, Lewin Albani, who also did the wonderful UI for our NAMM Universal. If you guys want to check that out, yay! If you haven't used NAMM Universal yet, get your hands on it. We'll be doing an update for it in the new year. Probably one of our first thoughts in the new year is going to be to do that. So just so if you're curious. What a great band. Visa, they're called V-I-Z-A. V-I-Z-A. So we got lucky early on, but what if you wanted to do it all in one plugin without worrying too much? Well, we have the Mixwave Milkman Creamer for that. Okay. Now I'm going to do exactly what we just did there. And it's out front of the amp already. And I don't need this right now. So I'm going to let's see what we got. Oh, is that just tremolo? I thought this was just reverb. Interesting. So I'm going to go over and just mimic the settings from here because I'm not really super familiar with Spring Reverb. Dwell mixer tone volume. 3.5 skis. So 3.5 skis. The tone was up a bit and my all right, so that's not too bad. Let's go to the tone. There's also a kind of there's also a spring reverb loaded up here. So I'm just gonna back that one off. I'm still cheating using that, but I don't care. Great solo here. Oh, what a fun band. If you haven't heard Visa, you oughta. Gotta check them out. I believe they're good friends with System of Down, something to that effect. So this is along the same lines. This is the Milkman Creamer from Mixwave, and don't actually know off the top of my head what's in these cabinets, but I think there are 12-inch speakers in here. If we really wanted to get crazy, we could just turn that off. We're not all inside one plugin anymore. So if I turn those off and turn the other cabinet back on, you can just see the difference right away. Hear it. So there's two things that we've figured out are essential for a great surf tone today. A reverb out front of your amp and a 15-inch speaker. At least one of or two of those things are usually turn out to be pretty great. So yeah, everything else, it seems like if you have a really great, just a really nice clean tone, you could probably make a bunch of different amps work for this. But the real make or break it is that reverb that's kind of up and out front and in your face, and the two 15-inch speakers are kind of seem to be key. I don't know that you're really going to get around that. I mean, some people might view it like, yeah, you could just crank up your low end a bit more. You can, but it's just not giving you that same effect as if I turn that off and you listen to it again. It's just a different sound in a 15-inch speaker, and one that I think just reeks of surf music. Like it's just one of those things that you just need. It's like requiring an EMG pickup, an EMG 81 to get a great Slayer tone. Yeah, you do. You just need it. You could try without it and probably get real close and such. And yeah, they used passive pickups on their first couple albums. But yeah, you probably need an EMG 81. If you're looking to do Swedish death metal, you probably need an HM2. If you want to play country music, more than likely you probably want a Telecaster most of the time. And if you want to play surf music, you're going to need 15-inch speakers and a spring reverb out front. A spring, very, very important to note that, a spring reverb out front of your amp. Yeah, that reverb is really hard to beat. I've never heard such a great reverb. And if I just, not to say the one in here is not great, but if I turn this off, that is a great spring reverb. That's not just a good spring reverb, that's a great spring reverb. I can make this one is really good though. Lovely. Isn't that nice? What are we at for minutes here, guys? Hold on. I got to get that C-Cal Cabs X-Mix pack. What you should do is just go to you got to go to Dr. Bonkers and get the Sula 215 cab. If you want the best, it is the best 215s for guitar that I've ever used. And I keep going back to it just because I haven't used anything that was that good. Anything for 15s, I've just gone straight to it for years now, and it's just continuously sounded awesome. So if you want, definitely check out the Seacal cabs. I know that Brian had a really awesome pack a long time ago that was like he had the Friedman Butterslacks cabinet that was the 215, 212s. He did. I wonder what happened to all his old packs. It's a real huge bummer that he took them down, because man, like he had a lot of really good stuff that people could really use. It just, the world of free IRs is not the same without Brian. I love that I absolutely love that he's found some success with Audio Assault though. That's fantastic. They make sense together. They do a great job. Yeah, man, we're going to talk about that in the stream when we get into those 2 amps throughout the holidays here. It's on my list of things to do. My list of things to do is now full, though. I cannot add to my list of things to do. And then especially when the missus gets home, we are going to try to spend some quality time together before we go back to work and stress ourselves back out. So there is not really a difference, though. If you want to get into it, okay, fine. So the XXX was discontinued, okay? The XXX was discontinued, and the JSX was also discontinued. And instead of re-releasing both, they released them as one. They just simply re-released the JSX as the XXX version 2. However, then they went and made the XXX with EL34 tubes and called it, what did they call it? It was like the 5120 or something like that. Did you already put that in there? It's very interesting. It's very interesting. Yeah, it's an EL34 tube with XXX, and it's very strange that they decided to do it that way. But then I don't know. I don't know why they didn't do it the other way. I don't know. Because the XXX was like both of those amps were phenomenally popular. The XXX was designed for George Lynch. He didn't want it. They apparently tried to sell it on somebody else as a signature amp, but they also didn't really go for it. But then the amp found they had already made the amps. There was I don't know what happened, but they ended up with a bunch of amps that had strippers on stripper poles on them, baked right into the grill. It didn't really. I wonder what would happen today if they tried that same design. Yeah, 3120. That's right. The 3120 is the XXX with an EL34 tube set. Yeah, the old school freebies, man. He had such a nice wealth of those. I kind of almost wish somebody had added it to the Seven Deadly Sins pack, or maybe somebody did before they re-uploaded it somewhere else. If you can get your hands on that 7 Deadly Sins pack, it's still floating around, and it's 100% legal. Don't ever it's not pirate. Everybody that's added to that added stuff they were 100% allowed to add to that pack, as far as I know. At least every other time I've tried it, and everything new that I've seen in it was from such. So, yeah, this has been a good stream. This has been really good. I am blown away. I am so excited about this guitar. I'm actually not going to change the pickup as I was originally intending. I am just going to find a pickguard, and then I'm going to do a cut here, and then we're going to do a screw. What I'm hoping to do is figure out a way. I don't even know if it's going to be possible. I'm probably still going to have to cut the pickguard rather than cutting the plate, because then there's not going to be another way unless I put a strip. You could put a small metal brace across here that's tapped in the middle, and that could hold it down through this screw hole here. Potentially I could do that, but that'd be a pain in the ass. I might as well just cut this out. I'm going to go with it looks to be, now I'm not so sure about the selection. So I was going to go with a black perloid, but now I'm not so sure. I think I might go maybe white. I don't know. We'll see. I think I've missed it every time somebody told me how many minutes we were at. Or maybe somebody, but maybe nobody told me. How many minutes do we have? Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Oh, it doesn't say. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Oh, no. No. Oh, boy. I screwed something up. Sorry, guys. Who'd have thought we'd get 64 episodes into this shit? I love those. I love the trail on these. How's it going, everybody? I'm having a lovely day. We are going to cut this pretty short pretty soon. I think we've established here. What would you guys say? What would you guys say? Would you guys say that we've established that we can, in fact, build a great surf tone with plugins? I would say we've done it. That was a good one. I would say we've done it for sure. There is no way you can't do that. It's just fantastic. It's such a great tone. And I think the best tone we got today was when we were using the chain with the V-Rev and either the Faceman or the F59. Both of these are terrific. Absolutely terrific. Death from Archive is going to win the Faceman today. If you have an Embrini Audio account, please do email it to me. I am working on prize delivery. Just please be gentle with me, folks. I know a few people have won some things. And please be gentle with me because this is the holidays and a lot of these developers are small 1, 2, or 3 person operations. And a lot of them are on like kind of a low-key skeleton crew, low operation schedule until the new year. I'm not saying it's going to take until the new year to get prizes out there, though in some cases it might. Our giveaways stop on January 4th, and I could not be more excited to just keep giving stuff away. On New Year's Eve, we will be giving away the Aurora DSP All Bundle, baby. All Bundle. I cannot wait. New Year's Eve, be here. I'm not exactly sure what time. I will put it on our Facebook. Trying to be a little bit more present on our Facebook lately. Please do join us on Facebook and on Instagram, as I will try to make sure that we do a little bit more update. It's not going to be a daily thing. We need help with that. We just need help. We are all very busy folks, and if you're out there and you would like to do some social media posting for us, which is very, very simple stuff, do reach out to us. There are perks involved, yada, yada. Perks involving like getting on a few beta lists and things of that sort. So we are not paying anybody, but if you'd like to come over here and help us out with some social media posting, let us know. The ampsimuniverse@gmail.com. Death from Archive. Cannot wait for you to get some sweet-ass surf tones going with that bundle. If I had thought about it, I should have done a surf bundle for today. I should have done a surf bundle. Yeah, man. Exactly. All these developers, like a lot of people see a developer and they think every company is like, you know, and I use this company often as a large scale operation, but like Neural DSP, they're by all means not even the largest scale operation. Like SoftTube is a large operation as well. IK Multimedia is a huge operation. But a lot of people, they see every software company as being kind of a large multi-person operation operating in an office space somewhere with people, you know, hustling and bustling about, or, you know, with a cool pool table in the middle and you know, vending machines. That's not how a lot of these companies work. Most of these companies operate just from their own homes, for example, or they have a small office space for just 1 or 2 people. And so we just have to be, not just with the prize delivery guys, I'm talking about like customer service requests. because a lot of this, it kind of sucks because it all kind of falls around a lot of sales for developers. What happens during sales? A lot of new people, lots of new people buy software. And if you're buying brand new, if you're, say you're new to software, man, I've been in customer support with a developer in the past. I know what these questions are like. Some of the stuff is bloody insane. Some of the questions are on another level of crazy. Like some of the like stuff that is covered multiple times in the manual and et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot of customer support to catch up on. So please do be patient throughout the holidays and really any sale as well. Anytime you see a sale going on, be patient with your customer service requests, because some of these developers are small operations that are just trying to get to things in order, and rushing does not help, as far as I can say. All right, guys, so I'm going to get going. I'm going to be back in a flash. Like, it's going to be about 10 minutes turnover, and I'm going to be back with you. We're going to be finding out who is the heaviest of them all in STL Tone's popular platform plugin, Amp Hub. We are going to come in here with a nice guitar and figure out exactly where all the best crushing is happening on the inside. You guys can give me your preferences. I can give you my preferences. We can discuss some of the new stuff that's been dropping inside Amp Hub and talk about that together. My challenge for you guys in between the streams today is just to go check out both of our sponsors, Mindsinger Guitars. I'm going to get that move in here. Hang on a second here, guys. Check out Mindsinger Guitars. Also check out Aurora Tone Pickups. I am going to have stuff from both companies to show you guys and demo for you guys very shortly. I've just ordered 5 pickups from Aurora Tone, and I'm should be getting the custom guitar anytime now. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait. So guys, please do go and check out Mindsinger Guitars and Aurora Tone Pickups. 2 great Canadian companies, both newer out there, and man, they both make really, really cool stuff. So check them out, and I will be back with you guys shortly. Thank you guys for all the support. It warms my heart. It really does. It warms my heart to be able to have so many people to chat plugins with. I'm starting to see that some of my friends in my local part of the woods are starting to join the mix of friends that are joining us. I actually, it's interesting enough, I don't really talk to a lot of my local music friends about what I do here. It just being that not a lot of them are using plugins. A couple of them know, but I'm getting some more messages about it, and that's pretty awesome. So welcome to my local brethren. May they not dox me and where I lay my head at night. Not that anybody gives a shit, but welcome some of my local friends from my northern part of the woods, and wish them a hello. There are some people I know that are probably going to be joining us in the next stream for sure. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much once again for the support. I love it, guys. And going into the new year, we've got some new things happening. I could not be more excited. Cheers.